Okay, hello dear friends, good evening, such a beautiful, beautiful evening. And it's time for a cup of tea and some cookie, some cakes. This is a chocolate cake that my husband has made, and he make cakes. And we have some leftover chocolate through traveling, and every year we go back and we bought some chocolate and never finished, so he made this. And this is a milk chocolate. He said it's not as good as dark chocolate, but I think it's better. But let's start with a cup of tea. It's a little bit dirty. Okay, that should be sufficient. And it's a green tea or white tea or green tea. Anyway, it's very, very light color tea. So we take a look of the color, and it's not very strong. I think one of the best way to enjoy tea is to make it light. Do not make it too strong, because if you make it strong, the bitterness will take away a lot of the joy of tea. Tea itself is a teeny tiny little bit better, but bitter. If you put a lot of that, it becomes a bitter water. Bitter water, bitter water. It becomes bitter water, and it lost its interesting character. And when it is just a teeny tiny little bit bitterness in it, and you cleansing your body, you drink the water, and it has more taste than plain water, that is good. And this is relatively that stage of goodness. And also today we got new magazines, so we can look through magazines and drink a cup of tea and prepare for a back to school. So tomorrow we are going back to school, and our spring break has finished. Starting from tomorrow will be the school hours. And I had 1 week of my freedom, no class, not much pressure, and I learned a lot of things. I'm very happy with it. And it's time to test what we have learned, what I have learned during this time, and it will be interesting to see. That's a beautiful tea. Okay, I will try my chocolate cake also. Okay, let's go with tea and cake and magazine. Life couldn't be better, could it? Oh, look at it. This is so good. Maybe you should take a look at it. And I make sure I do not use my hand to touch it. Look at it. Wow. Okay. It goes back to 1. We go back to 1. Oh, what is going on? 1. Okay, this is 1 time. This is the normal, and it's made with whipping cream, chocolate, milk chocolate, and almond meal, and it's very there is just a lot of advertisement. All these perfect people, just perfect, with many very perfect. Maybe we should, yeah, this way a little bit better. This is a little bit fish eye, but you can see a little bit better. There is really not very much to talk about and think about. It's just very perfect. A little bit too perfect. This was life once upon a time. Once upon a time, and somewhere in this planet, long time ago, and far away. Ryan Young, fashion editor. I like this. She looks profound. Lily Algery. Double take. I like this. There's a lot of character in it. not have very much to talk about. Uh-oh, we are upside down. I think this is a new trend of magazine. After some time, you need to put it upside down because the whole world is upside down. It's kind of empty, don't you think so? A little bit. At least for people who does not have the consuming power to enjoy them. Oh, look at this. Passage to India. Oh, Jaipur. I have been to Jaipur. That is quite pretty, don't you agree? Very pretty. Prairie. Oh, we are coming back to it. Oh, this is underwater. That's how we see it. This is why we find it so bizarre, n'est-ce pas? N'est-ce pas? Ce sera tout. Okay, so here is something interesting. So the other day I made these blocks. I think I still have some. Okay, let me bring it in here. And we next chapter is about solid figures. So I need some solid figure math manipulatives, and I do not have it, so I made into it and put a tape here and put and then you make a little box, something like it. And I found it is very light and it's not easy to hold, so I put a used capsule, coffee capsule inside, so it relatively has some weight and it can be stacked together. And this will be a very effective way to teach about solid shapes and cubes. Solid. Oh, this is the light one. No weight. This one is a bit heavy. Can you feel the difference? And so I made it. I enjoy making it. And making something with your hand, this kind of manual works, is really relaxing. I did a video of it, very long, and I will combine and put some of the time lapse so that you can see. And also, maybe you are interested, maybe you are not. But if you are not, you can take a break for a couple of minutes, come back or go to sleep. Otherwise, it's about these shapes. These are the shapes, and each block is 1 cubic unit. 1 cubic unit. It is easy to count like this. This is 5, 5, 3, and this is 5, 6, 7. This is 7. You can easily count like that. But when there are more, it becomes difficult to count, right? It becomes confusing. So use these manipulatives will be very powerful. And also, later on, it will transfer into learning about volume. And also, for example, this one will be quite hard to see just visually without differentiate. Will be hard to see. And also, it is a good way for. I found a way to demonstrate it in my iPad. Let me bring up my iPad, not iPad. iPad also. Bring up my computer. Okay, let's see. We go to Google Slide. I can make it on Google Slide. Okay, here we are talking. Is what we are talking about. Let's take a look at this. Remind me later, not right now. We are working on it. So I open a new page, for example, and I will draw some shapes. You can find a cube shape, which is here. Can you see it? So you can find the shapes, and we find a cube shape. And then do it here. Okay, do it here. We got 1 cube. And this program, we will use a lot of cubes. We will use a lot of cubes, so I will Control D, Command D, just make duplicate. Duplicate. And then I will move each of them to a designate. Let me use my mouse pad. This, I do not like to use fingers. I like to use mouse pad. Okay, get ready. Yes. Mouse pad. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. So Google, this document, there is something very good about it, is that it can, it snaps. It snaps so that you can see very clearly where is where. But this one is not right because it's on the back side. I want to see it as if it is coming here. So you need to bring it to the front. Arrange, and Command Shift move up. See this one? Command Shift move up. Command Shift move up. Don't go away. Command Shift move up. Command Shift up. Command Shift move up. Command Shift move up. And this we want to duplicate a little bit and put it on top of it. How about that? No, I will go this line. Okay. Good. Now it can snap. Okay, like this. This we bring it up. This one we bring it up. This one bring it up. This one bring it up. This one. Again. Bring it up. This one bring it up. This one bring it up. Again, this one bring it up. This one bring. What do I do with this one? Bring it up. Let's see. No, put it back. Yes, now it's good. So still it is relatively easy to see because there's only one layer. How about if I put another layer here? It will become quite complicated. Yeah. Anyway, I have not yet figured out. I will think about it and then do it. And if you have these manipulatives, it will be much easier to explain it. That's the core, or that's the purpose of this. And for example, in class, I will do a counting with the students together. How many do we have? And they will say whatever number. I will bring it, one of them, each one here. So that they can do the real counting. That would be more interesting, right? That's a smart idea. One up, one down. This way you can easily see it. Right? So, 5 on each line. 5 on each line. 5 on each line. 5, 5, 5, and 17 of them. Anyway, those manipulatives will be quite fun to play with, right? Anyway, you have a good night. I will enjoy my cake. Bye bye, friends. Oh. Did I say that I want to show you how I did all these little cubes? So that is it. Because it was too light, so I decided to add up some old capsules. So I cut some magazine paper and then and then tape some tapes. So this way the capsule is already have some space, so it actually helped to get the shape right. And then I do it like this, and another piece of tape on this side, half in, half out, and press it. It's very therapeutic. It's very relaxing, and finding the pattern of things, finding the rhythm of things is very interesting. Oh yeah, I remember the other day my son and we had a discussion. He said, what do you think about mathematics? Is this something that already exists? Did we invent math or did we just discover math? And it's kind of a philosophical question, right? I leave it to you to ponder about it. And I am thinking maybe we do not invent math. We just discover it. And things happen in this world, has its own way, has its own rule, has its own logic. And through contemplation, through observation and experiments, all these experience, knowledge, and effort, we accumulate them together, and it becomes a language to explain the internal truth of this universe. That is mathematics. I think. Because the more we do math, the more we think about the numbers and patterns, the more we are fascinated by it. And there is always something deeper and deeper. It's already there. We are not inventors. We are definitely not inventors. It's the universe. It's the nature invented itself. We just discover it and find a language to explain it, to let everyone know it and understand it. Don't you think so? So even these little capsules, even these little blocks, there is a truth in it. There is a reason, a method of doing it. And I am just looking for the best practice by practicing. Okay, thank you very much. I love you. I really do. Do. Bye bye, friends.